Picture this, it's 776 BC, and you're watching the very first Olympic Games in the world. You're in Greece and just witnessed a man running a 600-foot race. How crazy is it to think that you got the first to see the ancient Olympic Games? Since track and field is one of the many common sports we see today, it's fascinating to learn about its origin. Our Olympic Games today have grown since 776 BC, but still have many of the same characteristics passed down from the Greek Games. The reason I chose this topic is because I've run track all 4 years of high school, and I found it interesting to discover where our modern track events originated from. In this discussion, I will explain who started the track and field events, why it started, and the similarity between our modern-day Olympic Games and the ancient Greek Games. Since over thousands of people participate in the sport of track, I found it intriguing to go back to the 776 BC years and see how much track has grown as a sport. According to Scholastic, research shows that track started in the city of Athens, Greece, during 776 BC, when a man named Korobos from a nearby city won the stadium race. The distance measured out to be 600 feet long. This is believed to be the very first game in ancient Greek. It is also proven to be found by former groups in religious festivals. According to Tom Jordan in the book of Track and Field, it discusses that the races in the ancient games were first held in the ruins of the Zeus temple. From 776 BC and on, the games were held in Olympia every 4 years for about 12 centuries. It is known to be one of the oldest sports in our world. The officially established location to where track and field truly developed as a modern-day sport occurred in England during the 19th century. Along with the importance of the country track started, the track events also had a purpose to the Greek people. The ancient games were held as religious festivals to honor their Greek god Zeus. They were staged every 4 years, and people from nearby cities and states would come to watch. The participants in the games competed for the glory of their city, as well as to honor Zeus. Running races was the only event for the first 13 Olympic festivals, according to some literary traditions. The winners of the games were seen as being touched by the gods, according to BBC. The only people that were allowed to be a part of the Olympic Games were men. And unmarried women were only allowed to attend the games. That means if married women got caught, they would be severely punished. The reason behind this was that women in Greek did not have an established role. According to the events dated back in ancient Greece, our modern-day track Olympics follow similar traits and traditions. Track has developed so much as a modern sport since 776 BC. To get a visual image of what modern-day track is, the events included short sprints, hurdles, long distance, and relay team competitions. The running events that were held in Greece consisted of stadiums, dialysis, hippocus, and hoplite races. In today's terms, a stadium is running a 200-meter dash. A dialysis is running a 400-meter race. And a hippocus is where runners run long distance in a row. Lastly, the hoplite race is where people ran with armor. For modern-day field events, there is long jump, triple jump, high jump, discus throw, javelin throw, hammer throw, shot put, and pole vault. But back in Greece, they only had discus and javelin throw. And there was also long jump, but the athletes had to wear weight on them to throw themselves forward. With these events listed, we can see how some were passed down and how some were added. Another change in track, modern day track athletes wear shoes similar to these, and they're called spikes. This is what they look like. They also wore track uniforms. But back in Greece, the first athlete to ever participate in the games competed naked. As I bring this discussion to a close, track and field's origination, the purpose of the event, and its founders have impacted track as a modern-day sport. There are similar guidelines that track will always follow since Greek times as track evolves. I hope that this discussion on the history of track gives you a greater view as to why track and field exist today.